In recent weeks, the streets of Tbilisi, the heart of Georgia, have become a battleground for its soul. Thousands of citizens from various walks of life, students, professionals, activists, and ordinary Georgians have united in a powerful display of dissent against their government's proposed legislation, which critics have branded the Russian law. Amid the echoes of tear gas canisters and the glare of water cannons, a chorus of voices rises, demanding not just the withdrawal of a contentious bill, but asserting a broader yearning for a European future. At the core of the upheaval is a draft law requiring non-profit organizations and media entities receiving over 20% of their funding from foreign sources to register as foreign agents. This move has ignited fears of Georgia sliding into the Kremlin's orbit, distancing itself from the European Union and undermining the democratic aspirations of its people. Proponents argue for transparency, likening the legislation to similar laws in Western democracies. However, the EU and numerous Georgians see it as a direct import from Putin's Russia, a country known for stifling dissent and controlling narratives through such laws. The protests carry the weight of Georgia's recent history, echoing the spirit of the 2003 Rose Revolution and reflecting deep-seated concerns over the nation's trajectory. The proposed legislation is seen not just as an attack on civil liberties, but as a betrayal of the Georgian dream of European integration. It's a sentiment bolstered by the EU's cautious stance towards Georgia's candidacy, conditional on democratic reforms and the safeguarding of freedoms increasingly perceived as under threat. The streets of Tbilisi tell many stories. There's Tsotne Jafaridze, a winemaker by day turned protester by night, who worries about waking up in Russia if the law passes. There's also the more harrowing narrative of opposition members facing brutal police crackdowns, a testament to the escalating tensions between the government and its critics. This landscape of protest is marked by an extraordinary dichotomy: the government's pursuit of a law purportedly aimed at transparency and civil society's fierce protection of its democratic ideals. Behind the clamor against the foreign agent law lies a complex web of issues afflicting Georgian society. The country grapples with the outsized influence of foreign-funded NGOs in politics and public services, a legacy of the post-Soviet transition era that has seen foreign aid shape policy and governance. Critics argue this has led to a democratic crisis, with unelected bodies wielding significant power over domestic affairs. Yet, the proposed law is seen by many not as a solution, but as a further erosion of Georgia's democratic fabric. As Georgia stands at this pivotal juncture, the path forward remains uncertain. The government and its opponents seem entrenched in their positions, with October's elections looming large. What is clear is the palpable sense of anger and betrayal felt by many Georgians, who perceive the foreign agent bill as a departure from their European aspirations. Whether this summer's heated protests will lead to a recalibration of Georgia's political compass or entrench existing divides is a story yet to unfold.